Welcome back to consecutive day 1441 of the diary of a Runpreneur. If you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon, from vlogging on consecutive days the distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, do a subscribe, share, like, comment. Any engagement reaches more people, raises more money, and ultimately will save children's lives. So, consecutive day 1441 of the diary of a Runpreneur. And topic today is all about rest, relaxation and sleep. What are the differences between the three, why they're all equally as important to your physical health. So so many people neglect their health, and it can be neglected in a number of different ways. But if we focus on some real core aspects of health, of which rest, relaxation, sleep all comes under the same kind of category, is one of the key areas that we need to kind of focus on in order to kind of keep ourselves healthy. And the differences between the three, that's the first and foremost that we'll cover. So it's very easy, people kind of use them all towards a similar thing, but they're all very, very different. So rest is when you have a break. So when you're doing something, when you're focusing, or you're doing physical exertion, or whatever you're doing, mental exertion, rest is simply stopping that and taking a break from that task or job or activity, which is taking exertion from your physical body and your mental body. So that's simply what rest is. Rest is usually fairly short. It's normally anything up to an hour would be considered rest. It's usually even shorter than that. It might be a 10, 15, 20 minute break, 25 minute break tops, just from what you're doing before you then get back to it. So that is what rest is. We then talk about relaxation, or relax. That's when you have a sustained period of time where it's very easy or calming or soothing or de-stressed on your body. So it could be sitting and reading, sitting, listening to watching TV, listening to music, painting, drawing, writing. It could be any of these things where it doesn't take too much toll on your physical or mental capacities, so that you find a state of relaxation. It should be calming, it should be quite tranquil, it should be quite enjoyable. That is relaxation. Now, relaxation you generally do for longer than what you'd do for a rest period. And the third part of this section is sleep. Now, sleep is so important. It's how much sleep do you need? There's a lot of people that suggest you need in the region of 8 hours a night. 8 hours is a third of your day. So if you slept 8 hours every day, it's a third of your life on sleep. So it's a major part of your health, and a lot of people neglect it. And this is something that I potentially struggle with predominantly. But 8 hours is the guideline. But a lot of people operate on less than that. Some people operate with more than that. And I think the key thing with sleep is we all kind of need different levels, and it can depend on numerous factors. It can depend on your kind of size, your weight, your body mass, your level of activity. It can factor on a load of things, and ultimately the easiest way to work out how much sleep you need is to test. So try going to sleep and having maybe 9 hours a night for a period of time, see how you feel. Try doing it for 8 hours, 8.5, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6. That's probably not a bad way to go, and then you'll find an amount of sleep which allows you to feel the best throughout the day. Because if you get too much sleep, you can be just as sluggish as if you don't get enough. That's what I've found, and I've tested this on numerous occasions, and I've come to the conclusion that I need between 7 and 7.5 hours sleep a night to operate at my kind of optimal level. Really important you kind of understand this stuff, because if you can find that kind of sweet spot where you're getting the right amount of sleep for your body and you're to feel as good as you can feel the next day, then the impact of that compounded over the course of time could be phenomenal, what you could achieve in addition to what you would do if you were getting the wrong amount of sleep, if that makes sense. So it's an important kind of exercise to kind of work through and understand. But yeah, they're the kind of three areas in this section, and I think most importantly, we need all three every single day, and we need to be consciously aware of ensuring we get all three every single day. So a lot of people think, oh, I want to be productive, I need to crack on through this. You need to have regular rest periods. There are techniques out there like Pomodoro technique, where you kind of work in 25-minute blocks and then take a 5-minute break. Then after several slots, you take a 25-minute break. These are all kind of rest stops that allow you to achieve a better level of productivity. So that's kind of one example. There's several others that kind of mean that rest is so important. And then you've got relaxation is really, really important. It's like a de-stressing period of the day. If you don't find a section of relaxation throughout the day, you end up carrying stresses and pressures forward. So finding that kind of chill time, that downtime, that period of time where you're calming yourself from the daily stresses and busyness of regular life, really, really important. I regularly will sit and watch a programme in the evening with my wife. You know, it's something that we do, and we can watch it. It's quite calming, it's quite relaxing, we enjoy it, and I try and make sure that if I'm not doing that, I'm doing something else which gives me a similar kind of feeling throughout the day. And then, as I've discussed with sleep, I know that I need between 7 and 7.5 hours of sleep a night. I try and get that. I don't always achieve it. Often, depending what time you have to get up the next day and the busyness of each day, can have an impact on how much sleep you get. But it's be aware of it, okay? And if you haven't worked out how much sleep you need, personally do the test. Like I said, just spend a week of trying to get, say, 9 hours sleep, a week at 8.5, a week at 8, a week at 7.5, a week at 7, a week at 6.5, a week at 6, and then kind of diarise or make notes of how you felt during the corresponding days of trialling these weeks. And whichever week you felt the best, then stick with that, and then try and create routines, rituals, habits of getting the right amount of sleep to give you the optimum output on each day. So anyway, hope that's useful. Hope I've kind of explained the differences between the three. So the learnings from my diary for today are: understand the differences between rest, relaxation and sleep. Super, super important to do so. We know that rest is almost like a pit stop from the activity, task or whatever you're doing. It's a little short pit stop. It could be as little as 5 minutes, it could be as long as an hour, as a break from doing that activity or before you go back to it. Relaxation is a period of downtime where you're chilling, you're relaxing, you're doing something that's calming, that you enjoy, that takes you into a kind of relaxed state. It's usually for a longer period than what you do for a typical break or a rest period. And then the last one is sleep, which we know the importance of sleeping to recharge our body for the next day. And, you know, recommended amount of sleep can range anything. Well, usually it suggests 8 hours, but I know that I work better when I get between 7 and 7.5 hours sleep per night. But test how much sleep you need for your own body. It can be quite unique and specific to an individual. So try and understand how much you need, so you can get optimum output for the following day. Understanding these things can have a massive impact on your physical health, and understanding the importance of getting each of them every single day is really, really important. So hope that's useful. Questions and comments, drop your line. I'll respond to everyone. Do remember, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, barefoot style, the distance lap of the world, then do give this a subscribe, share, like, comment. Any engagement reaches more people, raises more money, and ultimately saves more children's lives, which is the single most important reason I put myself through this every single day. Thank you as always for your support. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.